Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to my subscribers. As always, thank you so much for your support. So today we are going to pick up where we left off. We made this little multi-pocket book and I wanted to make a little frame that goes with the paper on the inside, and I also wanted to make a it's got a little glue there. I also wanted to make a matching bag that goes along with the paper that's on the inside. This is a little matching gift bag. And let's take a look at how I pulled this gift set together. Before we get started though, I do want to say that this post in the description area, it contains affiliate links. If you use them, I may earn a small commission at no cost to you. I'm an Amazon associate, so I may earn a small commission if you shop through my links. So I just want to put that out there. Okay, so let's get started on completing this gift set. Okay, so to make our framed ornament, I am using Redesign's Ornate Legacy mold, and I'm going to use resin. This is the old box, what it looks like of the amazing casting resin. I still have some that's left over. This is what it looks like when you get the new box. So I'm gonna finish this one, and essentially it's a 1-to-1 ratio, and you mix the two ingredients together and then you pour. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so I have part A and I have part B, and I'm going to set these aside. So I have equal amounts of both, and I'm going to just pour that here in. And I'll pour the other one in as well. And you don't have all day to mix and pour, so I would say start stirring. Don't stir it too rigorously because you don't want to create bubbles. So I'm gonna stir this for maybe roughly 30 seconds or so. And I'm going to use my little spoon here to make sure that I've gotten in all of those edges. And I'm going to see if I have enough to do the inner frame, and if I don't, what I've done in the past is I just come back over it with more of the mix. Okay, I'm going to let that set, and it should start setting soon, and it will take about 10 minutes or so for everything to set up. So once that's all set, we'll come back and we'll pop things out. Okay, see you soon. So as it's setting, you'll see things start to get cloudy. And this mixture, it'll take, about 10 minutes for it to set. Okay, so I'm going to pop these out of the mold, and then we'll move on to next steps. And then if there's any excess, you can just pull that off, or you can take a scissor and snip it off. So here I'm just kind of taking my nail and just scraping that off, that excess piece. Really comes off pretty quickly. Right, and I'll do the same with other things, with other pieces that are sticking out a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to work with the smaller frame, and I want to use an image that matches an image in our little loaded pocket book that we have. So this is one of the images. So I've got some chipboard here. I have our frame, and this I printed out on, I have index cardstock, and I've cut it down, and the goal is to just get this in here, and I want to get some ribbon on there as well. So I'll get some ribbon in there as well, and get everything glued together. Because the chipboard, it's layered paper, I want to seal it with some Mod Podge, and hopefully hopefully prevent some of that fraying. So I'm going to seal this with some Mod Podge, and then I'll be back. So I've covered all of the edges with Mod Podge. I covered the top area with some Mod Podge, and I'm just putting down a little bottle cap, and I'm just going to let that set up, and then I'll continue working on the ornament. So while I'm waiting for my chipboard backing to dry, I'm just going to do a coat of gesso, and this is some black gesso, heavy gesso, on our ornament here. And I'm going to be getting into those grooves, pouncing into them. Okay, and let me get this done, and then I'll come right back. Okay, so I did paint the back of my chipboard with the black gesso. Here's the frame that was painted, and I painted a little bit here along the edge so that when I eventually put my chipboard over it, there's no white around the background. So I'm going to paint things gold. So I have some folk art gold paint, so I'm going to be painting the frame gold, and I'll paint the back gold as well, and I'll get a little along the edge here. So this is the folk art metallic. And again, I'm going to be pouncing into those grooves. Okay, so while I'm waiting for my chipboard to dry, I've done 2 layers of the antique gold, and I want to brighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to go over that with the warm gold. Okay, so the warm gold, it gave it a gold leaf look. And what I want to do now is start building this. Okay, so I have, this is some velvet ribbon. It's 6 inches, and I believe it's 5/8 of an inch thick. So I want to position that here, and I'm going to use the glue gun to give it a quick set, but then I'm also going to use the Titebond, the Titebond glue as well. Okay, so get my pieces together. Get my glue gun. I want to get that as flat as I can get that without having lumps there. Okay, and then I've already pulled out some of the Titebond glue, so I'm going to add that as well. So that I hope will hold, and I'll get some of the Titebond on this side as well. I got a little bit of glue on there, but that's okay. And press and get that on the other side, get any excess glue out. Okay, so I'm just going to set that aside. I'm going to let that dry. And I need to get this in here, and I kind of like it positioned right about there. I want to give this a few minutes to dry before I move to the next step. So let that dry, and then we'll move to the next step, getting this framed in now. Okay? Okay, so I want to get this glued down now, and I want to get it positioned in just the right spot. So let's see. I think I like it right about there. So I'm going to shift it just a little bit. So I'm going to mark that, so I know once I get the glue on the paper, I know where to bring it back to. Okay, so I've traced that out, and that's where I'm going to place it back when I get the glue on. So I'm just going to use some simple Mod Podge for this, and then I'll come right back. Now for the area right over here, because it's fabric, and I'm not so sure how the Mod Podge will hold up. I'm just going to put a little bit of our other glue here. Just going to put a little bit of the Titebond glue. Okay, so I've just run some hot glue around this, and I want to get that on before it sets. Okay. Okay, so I've added some glossy Mod Podge to the center here to give it a little bit of shine. I'm going to set this aside and we will move on to the next step. So what I wanted to do was, I want to continue to create things that match the little booklet that we did last week. So we know that this little ornament here matches what we have here, right? And then I want to do something that matches our little hidden notepad. So I'm going to set this aside. Okay, so I have my Dollar Tree gift bag here. Let me just adjust this a little bit. And I have my digital, and I have some velvet ribbon that I have cut out. And what I want to do first is I'm going to use my snail glue, and I have my little plastic here. I want to get some snail glue on. And you can use the glue stick to make it a little bit more movable for you. So I'm going to go over this with a glue stick. This is the Elmer's school glue. If I can get the cap off. There. Okay. And so I'm going to go over it with that. It's just to give me some time in case I need to shift things around. Okay. I don't want to bring my bag back on top of the glue surface. And I think that's about as good as that's going to get in terms of what looks even. Okay, so I have this glued down now, and I'm going to continue decorating the bag. I've made a bow. I'm not sure I'm going to use it. I have some little bells that I got from the dollar store. I have some other ribbon, satin ribbon, and I also have a couple of labels. So let me see what I come up with and I'll be right back. So I am distressing the edge of the bag and I am using the vintage Folio distress ink to do that, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have a bow on. I've put some of the little bells on there that I got from the Dollar Tree. I added them with some satin ribbon, and then I put these corner pieces on there, and I used the mini dots, the mini glue dots, to adhere them. So I have some labels that I want to get on the bag, and so I'm using the Barely Art glue to get that on there, and I want to put one up here, a little label up there, and I want to put another label over here. Okay. All right, so now our gift set is complete. We have the multi-pocket book that we created from the other week. We have our framed ornament. I really like how the glossy Mod Podge gave it a shine. And now we have our matching bag, and I am going to be giving this away as a gift to my mother-in-law. And the journaling cards that I have in here, on some of them, on the back of them, I'm going to put family photos, and on the notepad I'll have family members write some nice Christmas sayings for her, and it'll be a nice little keepsake for her. So that is it. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed the project. Okay, everyone, if you like this video, please share, please hit the like button, and please subscribe. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.